Thank you very much. Thank you for the invitation. This event on this issue, which I think it's important. I think I have already expressed in several occasions this, and I'm going to repeat this. So first of all, a message from the investigative agency that I represent, OLAF. We are not jealous. We are not jealous. To say it, I mean, yes, I mean, but I think it's good to explain the attitude. You just introduced this meeting by saying that sometimes there, not personal, don't take it personally, by saying that they are sometimes better than the law enforcement agencies, and I represent the law enforcement agencies. So, but I'm not jealous. That can be true. It is true. But actually, what is more true is, as you correctly say, and as I want to stress, because I really believe in it, that the fight against fraud, corruption, is not, should not be an issue only for law enforcement agencies. This is a really wrong message. Also, politically speaking, if you allow me, not part of the partisan way, but politically speaking, I don't want to steal your job. I hope you are not jealous about my kind of political statement. But the issue is, would be wrong to consider the issue of corruption and fraud just an issue for investigators or investigative judges. It's just an issue for tribunals. No, we will never, ever overcome this issue, which is a serious issue, damaging the citizens, damaging the society, damaging the democracy, if we consider it just the responsibility of law enforcement agencies or institutions. It is an issue for them. Of course, we have our own responsibility, and we have to be accountable in our capacity of countering it. But we need the involvement, actually, of all the institutions. It is an issue and a responsibility for all the institutions. The governments, the parliaments, the political representatives, and for all the society. So if we manage to foster this view, these issues are countering these issues, are a common responsibility for all the institutions and all the society, all the citizens. If we manage to pass this view, we might and we will overcome really overcome these problems. So that's why I think that an important role is also for the investigative journalists, not only for this reason. Okay, they are investigative journalists. Okay, the word says already something. We have, on the basis of our experience at OLAF, we have already benefited of some information that are being discovered or put to the open attention by the investigative press or by the media. We have opened investigations, some investigation on that basis. We open investigations on institutions sending us report, private sources sending us report, even anonymous if they are accurate enough, but even more if they are presented to the public opinion, and we are included at least in the public opinion by professionals like the investigative journalists. And they have, that's an additional reason why I'm not jealous. I recognize that they might have some more tools than we have. It's a sensitive issue, and I don't want to spend 2 words on it. But let's start from this point. Law enforcement agencies have normally a national view, because they are national. We are not. We are European, that's our plus. We have a larger view which helps a lot in these kind of crimes which are by nature more and more transnational rather than national. So, but they are also in a good perspective because they might have, and they have more links with the society, with the people, so they can better gather information that people are able to disclose to us. So they, in some cases, in many cases, maybe they are better placed than us gather interesting information, which should not remain covered, secret, or not transparent. Positive role. And a positive interaction with investigative agencies. I repeat, OLAF already, in some cases, has benefited of this and has opened investigations on this. So, I think we can foster this cooperation. Now, well, there are many other roles. It's not only doing the investigators. You are also journalists, so participating also in making the public opinion in a way, and which means also to pass some messages. Like I say, corruption and fraud are not an issue just for professionals. It's a common responsibility of the society, and also to pass some messages like. Positive messages, you know, what happens in the European Union, but also in the member states, as I see, and also in the member states, society. Sometimes, when the investigators now ask the institutional investigators discover something unpleasant, because by nature we are dealing with unpleasant issues. I'm afraid, I'm sorry, but this is our job. Nobody is happy when you discover somebody that is. Well, I'm not happy either, I'm telling you. Especially these days, well, it's our job. So, but we know from in advance that we don't need people, we don't make people. But I'm not complaining about this. Point is that the media have an essential role in this, in orienting the answer of the institutions, of the public opinion, and then to the public opinion of the institutions. I am worried if and when the public institutions might react to the work of the investigators. This applies to the European Union, like in the member states. Might react by saying, oh my goodness, you have brought a problem to us. Because if this is the reaction of the institutions, you understand, or the public opinion, you have watched, then the consequences are, the messages are, next time don't do it. Or next time we will not help you in giving information. Because member states are not keen to give information on us, on possible frauds. If then we do an investigation, we discover a fraud, and the reaction of the public opinion is they are the fraudsters in that country. Because maybe it's just because they passed information to us. Or if we discover something possibly in the institution, if the answer is, oh, you did a problem, you caused a problem to the institution. It's like to put the blame to the doctor if you are sick, if you are ill. Okay? So I think a good media or investigative media and also to participate in making the public opinion aware that the problem is not those who discover something wrong, but the problem might be that there is something wrong. And the fact that there is a disclosure and there is an effective investigation is not a problem, but it's a good thing, is the reaction. Sometimes the reaction, like a medicine, might be unpleasant. I don't know pleasant medicines, at least pleasant medicines that work. But this is an important role of the media. Otherwise, the reactions might be damaging for the effectiveness of the investigation. Finally, small point, but important, that I said earlier, on the investigative journalism. We need, allow me to say, investigative journalism which is transparent and professional. It's already in the word investigative journalism is not any investigator or self-appointed investigator and in self-appointed journalist. Professional journalism, as I said, does not have all the rules, procedural rules, competence rules that apply to the institutional investigators, which we don't feel as a limit. We have to follow specific procedural rules, the protection of fundamental rights, and the rule of law, and we are very strict on it. And that is correct that we have these rules, but sometimes, as you say already, these rules are kind of limiting us. Not complaining, we stick to them 100%. You don't have that. But that's why I'm insisting on the need of professionalism, professional and transparent investigative journalism. Otherwise, since you don't have these rules, the risks are very high. The risks of destroying persons, so the fundamental rights. The risks of manipulation. The risk of lack of transparency. I make to politically not correct theoretical examples, but it's very easy to do them, so I know. So, for instance, let's take these leaks on, you mentioned very recent ones on the offshore leaks, which is a good achievement in a way for the investigative journalists. But there are risks inside. We don't know what they have discovered. Actually, apparently they have discovered gigabytes of data, so a lot. We have read, I have read, like you have read, on the newspaper, some names of people, public figures who were gone. And most probably, I assume they are true, because they are fine, perfect. But what about those who are not being disclosed? What about an investigative journalist, theoretically? Possible theoretically. Discovers 100 and leaks 90. What about the other 10? I'm sure that if they leak the 90, yeah, I'm sure that, no, but I should. We share the same view. But just allow me to stress, from my point of view, the need of, or let's say, or the risk of self-appointed, amateurish investigators or self-appointed amateurish journalists. It's not you. That's why I really gladly cooperated with the study that you Ms. Macovei mentioned, or contributed to it, and that's why we have a good cooperation with professional journalists. We need it, as I say, it's not only that we are not jealous, we need it, and we need it the way it is, kind of not regulated, but professional, not amateurish, not day by day, not just spontaneous, which means risks of manipulations, risk of non-transparency, risks of... so that's why we have to foster the network, we have to foster the professional association. It's a common goal that we all have, institutions, political institutions, professional association, and institutional